Hello everyone and welcome to Sunburned. Albino ranks every waifu and Marvel rivals from worst to best, and that's a tall order because this game is not afraid to draw an ass in 3D. There are several attractive ladies to choose from and everyone's got their favorites. I'll be ranking them personally by criteria that makes sense only to myself in an ever-changing combination of looks, personality, lore, and gameplay, so let's just hurry up and get it out here. Number disqualified, Penny Parker. This character is 14, according to Google, so them drawing her like that is extra rude. Look at this pose she does. This is not a mistake. It at least says she's 14 when she fought Mysterio in her comic book series. Maybe she could have aged up since then, but the other lore sections and rivals talk about her being a high schooler while all this Doom stuff is going down, so she's probably a freshman or sophomore, and let's be honest, she looks the part. This isn't a 17 years and 364-day-old. This girl is comfortably mid-teen. And if you're into her, you should not readily volunteer that information unless you're on a message board for Filipinos. Regardless, having an affinity for spiders is also a deal breaker for me, even if they're the robotic kind, and mechs don't do anything for me either, no matter who's in them. Number 10, Cloak and Dagger, because it's a package deal, right? I don't know if they're romantically involved or if Cloak got friend-zoned into the Shadow Realm, but I don't need a transparent dude hovering around while I'm trying to woo an otherwise very stereotypically hot blonde chick named Tandy for some ungodly reason. You've got Mandy, Candy, Sandy. Honestly, I'd have preferred Randy. Make no mistake, she indeed has the cake. I bet Cloak doesn't mind the view from back there while he's following her around like Ansem's Heartless, but I prefer my ladies untethered by supernatural entanglements. Number 9, Mantis. It reminds me of that scene in Guardians of the Galaxy 2 where Drax tries to comfort Mantis but keeps calling her hideous at the same time. Personally, I'm not so much of an intergalactic bigot that I take issue with such small things as girls having antennae and probably weird nipples, but against the competition, Mantis is indeed ugly. It's Office Hot versus Maxim Hot 100 Hot. I'm excited for Hollow Knight Silksong as much as the next guy, but that doesn't mean I'm attracted to Mantis. Number 8, Hela. Nah, I'm not goth enough for this. Hela saw Maleficent and said, needs more horns. Really, the outfit is just too insane. There's probably a hot chick under there, but she's covered by a heaping pile of evil Norse bullshit. I'll give Hela one thing, though. Nobody has to reload as often as she does. I'll be flinging daggers at people's domes, and every single time when one more hit would kill them, she has to respawn her arsenal and they get away. I main Hela and Hawkeye in Marvel Rivals, and I know how that sounds, but I decided to main Hawkeye before the game even launched, and Hela's just fun if you have even halfway decent aim, which I halfway do. Number 7, Squirrel Girl. The discourse around this character is really funny and telling, because it proves several things about female reps in games. Like, you can make a character thick, and still allow her to be reasonably attractive, and set the chubby chaser fandom on fucking fire in the process. Compare this character to Concord's cast of fat, old, ugly man bitches, and it's clear which game's designs resonated with an audience. Squirrel Girl is cute. I feel like that's the main word I'd use. I'm not gonna look up the nude models of her that Twitter decided needed to be on my timeline anyway. I prefer her with clothes on, but she's still cute. I like how her tail just clips through her shorts. There's no hole for it to come out of. It's just phasing through solid matter to bounce her up onto rooftops and directly into Black Widow's crosshairs. Number 6, Storm. People wonder why this character is so ass, but I mean, look at it. How could it not define her whole setup? To be fair though, Venom, and he's still pretty good. Storm is proof that you don't have to be Jewish to control the weather. She levitates around the battlefield doing minimal damage and providing barely noticeable buffs to her allies while getting one shot by Hawkeye like it's her second job, but at least her ultimate can be out-healed by literally any move that does healing. Number 5, Scarlet Witch. Scarlet Witch is like a vibrator. Just hold down the button and wait for results. She has the power to reshape and twist reality itself, which means she could turn herself into the woman of your dreams if you somehow find a not rude way to ask her. Maybe if you let her turn you into the man of her dreams, it would be a fair trade. Number 4, Magic. Magic was my waifu in Marvel Midnight Suns, at least as far as anyone could be in that game. Great game, by the way, but her competition was a couple of old hags and Captain Marvel with a lesbian haircut. Marvel Rivals is a whole different league of bad bitches, but I'm still a big Magic fan. There's only one rule: no dark child in the bedroom. The only ones who would fantasize about that are Satanists and people who use their wrists as a cutting board. I don't need any freaky shit. She can just use her sword to teleport us to the Bahamas or somewhere scenic to get it on. All I want for Christmas is for her dash uppercut to proc. That shit never hits anyone. I'll dash right through a guy, doesn't activate. I'll run up to a crowd of people and her skill will act like nobody's there. I just dash into the group and get destroyed looking like a straight dumbass. I can't fix magic, so the game needs to. Number 3 is Psylocke. I don't know if she speaks English because all I ever hear is the Japanese battle cry of her ult shredding through everyone at the objective 6 times a match, but if she needed a green card, I'd help her out. They should have made Ghost of Yote a Psylocke game instead. Imagine Ghost of Tsushima but with psychic abilities thrown in and Psylocke bathing in every hot spring she can find. Where are the lesser-known Marvel character games? Where are the risk-takers in this industry? Things are going to stagnate if all we're doing is Spider-Man games out here. I'm trying to see Squirrel Girl get her own game. Give me a magic game. Psylocke, like I said, has protagonist written all over her, as does Scarlet Witch. Not that she's unknown, but she hasn't had a game yet. Same with Black Widow. You can make a Hitman-esque spy game with her. It's not that we need Marvel to carry the branding, but there are terrific game ideas that would suit them, but the execs are like, oh, not enough people know who that is, so they won't buy it. As if anyone knew who any original protagonist was before the game they debuted in. Like, what? I don't know who Joel is, so I'm not gonna play The Last of Us type shit. Anyway, Psylocke is badass, and she should have a game. Number 2, Luna Snow. This is the first I've ever heard of this character, so she should probably have her own game. Luna Snow is a K-pop star, which is every Mexican's wet dream, and she could probably single-handedly stop the Squid Game. I don't know any more that needs to be said. You can just look at her and be like, yeah, I get it. Number 1, Black Widow. The best waifu in Marvel Rivals is Black Widow. I have no particular attraction to Black Widow in the MCU, but she is capital H hot in Marvel Rivals. A redhead femme fatale, a sniper, which is generally my favorite gun class, and she even has stun batons for melee that are absolutely useless. They should have made one of her skills that stun projectile she shoots out of her wrists, since her sniper isn't capable of actually one-shotting anyone. You have to damage them first, so that could have been a neat little combo of stunning them and doing a little damage, and then quickly going for a headshot before the stun wears off. She's a low-tier character otherwise. You're out here trying to snipe the back line, but they just walk around a corner and heal all the damage you do. But despite her not being great, she certainly looks great. She may have single-handedly reignited my attraction to redheads who don't have horrendous skin. But that's going to do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you like, share, and subscribe. Watch all my other videos while Iron Fist chases you across the map, and I'll see you guys next time.